Thank you, sir. Respected Secretary Food, Dr. C.C. Gupta, respected Mr. Prabhat Kumar, IcIcCfg, JSFPD, Mr. Navneet Kaur, Mr. Rajkumar, Mr. Vivek, and thanks to Mr. O'Brien and Mr. Family for giving us an opportunity to put forth the technology, technology or the computer related things towards the PDS. As rightly said by Mr. Vivek, Mr. Rajkumar, the change is the only thing which never changes. So once the change of mindset or change of technology or change of the work style can be adopted, then it becomes easy to mobilize any society to get along with. So it is true with the case of PDS also. So technology is not the only solution for PDS. Technology is a facilitator. It will help us to facilitate, enhance, as and when required. As we are talking about online, bringing it online, or getting an SMS, getting a distribution of commodity to the intended beneficiaries. Those things can be achieved by the technology and as well as by mobilizing the state governments. So I'll just organize my presentation like this: introduction to PDS and solution with smart card, and what are the current status across the country. So my focus is on the standardization and bringing a common application software which can be easily adoptable for any states. As you all agree that standardization makes a sense, because when we talk about the mobility of anything, so once it is standardized, it can be mobilized, or you can port it to any state, and it is easily adoptable also. Just quickly, I'll give an intro on this PDS subject. Already Secretary has given a detailed information on this. It's a distribution of essential commodities of rice, wheat, sugar, kerosene on and above around 16 crore families across the country through the network of fair price shops of around 5 lakhs and above. To ensure availability of food grains to the public at an affordable prices, enhancing the food security, aiding poverty eradication, and acting as a food safety net over around 330 million who are nutritionally at risk. This is the process flow of the PDS. Why a technology guy is talking about this? Yes, we need to have an overall view to bring out our solution and standardize it. PDS is incomplete if it is not started from the procurement, because the grain which is cultivated, it should reach the beneficiary, intended beneficiary. So the process should start from the procurement, storage, automating all these levels like procurement, storage, allocation order at central or state, then bringing down to the supply chain of allocation, further down to districts, stations, blocks, and further lifting and supplying the grains to the fair price shops. Finally, the sales at the beneficiaries, sales at the fair price shop to the beneficiaries. So generally the approach, whatever it is done as on date for any other applications, it's on the top-down approach. Application is built at the top and it is forced downwards. So we got an opportunity to do a pilot project for Haryana and Chandigarh, which is a smart card based. So we just added a different approach to start from the bottom up, like automating the fair price shop, then bringing the data from downwards to the upward. So the current system of PDS, as everyone knows that, it is a paper-based card. In most of the states, still it is there, it's paper-based. Issued to the eligible beneficiaries at a subsidized rate. And the record keeping of ration cards at the offices of food supply office are still in manual position. Registers are maintained. Registers are maintained in a different versions like D1, D2, D3 and D4 registers. They have to manually copy. There are a lot of discrepancies. And some of generally if you see food grains are transferred from FCI godowns and state godowns, at times from state godowns to the fair shop directly. That is what happening in the current periods in most of the states. So what are the challenges faced in the current system is there is no mechanism to verify the right beneficiary who is entitled to lift this commodity. There is no mechanism right now. Like certain states are following, like successful states like Chhattisgarh, Gujarat and a few states down the line, they are following it up. Some states like you see they have multiple ration cards. We can see in our dailies, some of the cases have been highlighted. And lack of efficient and optimized system of issuance of ration cards or even record keeping. So due to which like you see the PDS commodities finds its way to the market. Why we need to computerize? So when we are talking about government services which are closer to their beneficiaries, that needs a solution, simplifying and streamlining the procedures. On doing this, the computerization will help us. Building emphasis like to the department for seamless exchange of information and service delivery to the beneficiaries or the citizens, seamless. And already like infrastructure of NIC like data storage network which is already in place. That can be used once a computerized application is available. So initiatives on PDS undertaken by NIC. As far as FCI is concerned, the stock position management, there is an application which is in operation, integrated information system on food grain management. And a supermodel of that IRRS, which is an rapid reporting services, daily stock position of every depot is available to FCI chairman and other FCI hierarchies as on date. The current stock position is available, which facilitates them to issue the commodities to the various schemes. Other states like you see Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Kerala and Chandigarh, MP, TN have undertaken PDS computerization in bits and pieces. Like certain states like they have beneficiary data computerized. Some states they do the allocation process. Some states they have FBS automated. And as I told you, as NIC was offered a pilot scheme to be delivered for Haryana and Chandigarh, a solution was built. While building the solution, NIC realized that there should be a standardized way of approach such that which can be adoptable or easily replicated across the state as a single unified platform, for which NIC started adopting MDDS standards, which is formulated by the DIT. Like as we all know, when we used to write the address, we are practiced to write the address in a single line. For example, 50AF, Pocket 4, Mayur, East Delhi, and New Delhi, and so on, in a single line. So when we are doing a standardization, DIT has formulated a standard how address should be there. And RGI has given an location codes for each and every locations. So those solutions need to be built into the application such that it can be easily replicated across the state and the traceability or mobility can be easily achieved. So like this, like other biometric standards which is evolving, which is evolved and which has been adopted. So this is as far as the smart card based delivery system. So the development of standards pertaining to PDS. So the standard related tasks which are adoptable or which a standard need to be formulated so that it can be easily adopted across the states and PDS system can be mobilized easily. So we are working on a common application software which is a single unified application. Already this application has been replicated in few states, as Secretary was quoting, Pondicherry, the application of Haryana, Chandigarh, it's given with little bit customization to Pondicherry and Delhi, Madhya Pradesh, and as well as to Maharashtra. So the common service platform, it's an integrated solution. As the pictorial representation goes, the FCA application, which is an heterogeneous platform, which is integrated with the previous application, such that the end-to-end solution is achieved. So highlights of this common application software or the platform. It is having a different components which can be plug and play. So if anyone is looking after a supply chain, they can just take and use the supply chain and start working on it. If any states is interested in doing the RCM, ration card module, which is on a standardized way and standardized platform, they can just start that and later they can plug onto the supply chain. If anyone is interested in the last mile delivery system of FPS, with different solutions like either it may be with smart card, without smart card, with barcode, without barcode, or even a manual. We never encourage the manual, but still states to gear up. Certain leverage has been given for some time to do with the manual operations. And this common application software is having it's a Unicode compliance. So it supports local language quickly, just need not do anything. If the interfaces need to be customized, it is pushed into the masters. Immediately the interface will show the local language. So already as NIC is spread across the country, the support of SIOs and DIOs are already available. They can transfer the knowledge quickly. Also, the CAS application can be quickly integrated with the existing application. Like you see, certain states already they have done a lot of work, and if they don't want to disturb the legacy systems, it can be just plugged in with a minimal efforts. So advantages of the common application software are this. We have an opportunity to take all the best practices adopted across the states. So we have traveled across on an average of 14 to 15 states, taken all the best practices and built a solution, which can be suitably customized and easily adopted to any states across the country. As you all know, NEGP had invested a lot of money. Huge investments have been done in establishing the infrastructure of data centers, trans, which can be utilized at no cost. We need not reinvent the wheel of creating a data centers, a network, at least to build an infrastructure at the states and the states and the district level. And various other supports done by the last mile is, as I told you, the application can support with smart card or without smart card. Smart card is really a good technology, but we are not geared up to adopt it quickly. So otherwise, like online biometric authentication, like it can be easily plugged into the UIDA authentication. So your biometric live capturing can be pushed to the UIDA servers and authenticated. A beneficiary can avail his entitled commodity. Likewise, plugin of food coupons are also available. As I told you, a manual ration card also is in process. It is possible, which we are doing it for the daily operations. So the salient features of this particular common application software is the allocation from the Department of Food can be done online, and it is this allocations will be populated in the respective dashboards of the states, where they need not have a paper-based allocation. In the dashboard, once it populates, further they can take it down the line to the districts, or they can do a one-time allocation towards the FPS. Like for Haryana, Chandigarh, the other various hierarchies of districts, blocks, tehsils, it goes. For Delhi, from state itself, the allocation is going to the FPS end. So both options are built into that. Apart from this, like ad hoc allocation, like certain new allocation, new schemes which Department of FPD gives, it can be easily accommodated because assets is being classified as a masters. And on top of this, once the allocation goes to the states, all these things are in electronic format. Once it goes to the states, states can change the policy. I mean, the states have their own additional commodities and different policies. Like for example, Haryana has a state-owned BPL, SBPL, and additional commodities of other dal and other things. Apart from that, essential commodities, which can be added quickly, and they can take up the allocation down the line. This is as far as the allocation is concerned. Then the stock reporting part, inflow and outflow of the transactions pertaining to the godown stock availability is made available. And once the commodity leaves from any godown towards the delivery point, the SMS alerts facility is being given. It is the responsibility of the concerned officer to input the mobile numbers, and the alerts will be going on. So basically, the stock position will be made. It is available for the general public, to the officials, or any other internet beneficiaries also. So on top of this, the ration card is essentially needed a focus, a cleaning of information, because which is in a document format. It has to be brought into a standard format. A standard mechanism has been devised to standardize the ration card inputs based on the standards of DID data metadata standards. It has been devised, and we are adopting quickly. It is adoptable also. So this makes easy record keeping. So this data has been archived, and easily you can like changing, modifying, deleting, all these things can be electronically done, as you know. So an additional module is a grievance module has been built in. It's also a workflow based. Anyone can log in on a website of the concerned department. A grievance pertaining to the department can be highlighted, can be logged in. So this on a specified period that will get escalated and it will reach the top level of the hierarchy. Just I would like to highlight this smart card base. Smart card is a technology where a piece of chip is into a plastic card. The plastic card, the chip has an intelligence. It's having a piece of operating system, and it's having a capability to store some information. Generally, if you see, you must have a DL driving license, which is not a transaction based. Here, attempt has been made to store the transactions into the card. The challenge is that retrieving the transaction into the card, as it is equal to a computer, but it's in a miniature format. Data goes in and it is retrieved. With a whole lot of security has been put in, nobody can tamper this card. Basically, the paper-based ration card you know very well, it can be hampered or tampered. Here, the possibility is not there; it is nil. So basically, as you know, FPS owners, they never sign the ration cards, and they never distribute the intended beneficiary commodities, which can be monitored. If it has to be monitored, huge investment and resources required. But using